up, guys? Gargantus 5 here, and I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet. And I know most of y'all have seen it, like me walking up to it and all that stuff, but I've never technically done a walk around on my bike, so I'm gonna do that right quick. Alright, this is my 2004 Honda Rebel 250. Not a whole lot done to it other than a custom paint job I put on it, which it's totally freaking filthy right now, but you know, it is what it is. I did do the exhaust mod, which is a little small thing. I just basically cut a couple. I had a little piece of metal in there, which was like a baffle, and I just took a round hole, cut it out, and it was like a baffle about that deep. I pulled it out. Paint job, put my little skull back here, a little cracked skull. I like it, thought it looked pretty cool. Bike was laid down before I purchased it. I put a larger tire on the front, yanked the front fender off. I did actually paint the front fender when I had a smaller tire on it, but I upgraded to a larger, kind of like a small sport bike tire, which it's fun. Put me a little tank bag on it. Not the best thing in the world, but you know, it'll help me haul some junk. Did put a fairly decent headlight in it. I'm still thinking about going to the LED, but not real 100% on that yet, because I will be upgrading bikes soon. Nothing real special done to it. I mean, other than just a little flaming blade mirror. I did have two of it, but this right piece right here, where it actually connects, is actually stripped out on my other one over here, so I just freaking yanked it off. I used the left one more than anything anyways. But I did put a sissy bar on it, because I carry my little man around a lot, and he just feels a lot more comfortable on it like that. But this is my little 2004 Honda Rebel 250. Not the fastest thing, not the baddest thing, but keeps a smile on my face. Runs decent for what it is. I mean, you know, I put a couple miles on it. It had about, say, 4,200 miles on it when I got it. But it does run good for what it is. And honestly, if it was just, as far as just commuting back and forth to work, if you're just looking for a bike to commute back and forth to work, something light, easy to manage, easy to work on, I'd really honestly recommend it. Oh, I did put the tack on it too, which I had that on another video. But I gotta admit, you know, I mean, for what I gave, I think $1,200 for it, and not a bad deal for what it is. I mean, of course I want something bigger, but still, hey, it's not a bad bike for what I've got in it. As far as that goes, anybody considering buying one, you're not familiar with bikes, you want something, you know, small, easy to learn on, I'd recommend this bike. I mean, here I am, I'm 232 pounds, and I'm running right at 60 miles an hour. Well, 58. I can do 60 if I want to. Well, I'm going 60 now. So, if you're curious if it'll do speeds like that with weight on it, yes it will. I can do 60 miles an hour with me and my son on it, and he weighs another 100 pounds on it, so that does lead to excessive wearing on small parts, especially on a smaller bike like this. You'll have to worry about, pretty horses. Sorry, ADD. You have to worry about things like your chain stretching more, your brake pads wearing out a little quicker. But that's just because of the way I ride it with me and him. I mean, I don't like raise hell or anything, but I mean, I'm not easy on this little thing. But as far as it goes, if you come down to just a bike to recommend somebody, especially a new rider, I mean, this bike is super new rider friendly. I mean, I'll just give you a small example right quick. Alright, check it out. Alright, I'm scared. I'm a new rider. I'm trying to figure out clutch control here. I'm letting my clutch out. My clutch is completely out. I haven't given it any throttle at all. And I can walk it at that speed. So, I would definitely recommend it for somebody as a confidence building machine. Because, well, I'm short, but I'm confident enough to ride bigger bikes, you know, taller bikes. So, but if you got somebody, or you know somebody, or you are that person that is, you know, kind of scared to get on something, you know, that you'll be giving it throttle automatically, you know, you're afraid, this is a real good confidence building bike. It teaches you a lot about throttle control. It will stall if you release the clutch too quickly, but that entails right there teaches you something that'll be very important to translate over to larger bikes, is clutch control. You'll figure out that you can get as much power and lose as much power manipulating the clutch just as much as you can the gas. So it's a very good learner's bike. It really is. I mean, and honestly, if you're a smaller frame person, or you just don't have the muscles in your legs and arms to handle a bigger bike, and you don't want to do crazy speeds, it is fantastic for that. Like I said, I've seen, with a different sprocket on here, I've seen 86 miles an hour. But if you were to just ride it, I put it has a factory 14 tooth on it. I put a 15 tooth on it, and it decreased the takeoff a little bit. So I would but you know, it's a good all-around bike as far as a commuter, something you can ride around on. As long as you're not planning on doing highway with it, it's fine. Anywhere between 55 to 60 miles an hour, wherever you go, it'll handle it all day long. I've done it plenty of times, and it does have a slipper clutch. So just like I dropped the gear, the clutch, well, it's got a fairly new clutch in it now, so it doesn't slip quite as much. I put a different set of friction plates in it, but it still won't. You can see the RPM go instead of just wham and then try to chunk me over the bars. So, anyways, it's a great beginner bike. If you know someone, or you are someone that isn't confident with bikes, it's great. Get one in factory condition. Like I just told you, I mean, I'm 5'4", 5'5" on a good day, but I'm like right at 5'5". My inseam is like really low. It's like, I think it's like 28. I got a longer torso than I do legs, so it was difficult for me to find a confidence-inspiring bike. Even though I've ridden many bikes over the years, it's been a long time since I've done some riding when I was picking this bike up. So, if you're wanting to get something that's confidence-inspiring, I would definitely recommend a Rebel. For the shorter rider. As far as it goes, something that you could grow into a little better. I've never personally ridden one, excuse me, but I would recommend like the Ninja 250, or actually the Ninja 300. That's something that's fast enough that you could grow in and ride for a while, because I know a lot of people get tired very quickly of the little 250s. Me, I'm comfortable with it. I was using it for, you know, a way to get around, so I can't, you know, it's great on gas mileage, it's fun, you know. It's not a speed machine, but it sure is enjoyable. But anyways, I just wanted to do a walk around on my bike, you know, talk about it a little bit. I mean, there's plenty of 250 you know, Rebels out there. People have been learning to ride on them for years. It is, especially if you're cruiser oriented, it is a good solid bike, especially if you take care of it. But anyways, guys, I'll catch up with y'all later. Y'all have a good one.